And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop, where today we're taking a look at this errant ZX Spectrum. It's becoming a bit of a celebrity on the channel now. I think this is its third appearance. This is the one that came from eBay and has the suspect upper RAM problem. Now originally it was very cosmetically grim. We've sorted that out a bit and it's looking a lot smarter now. And we also used it to test this Diagnostics cartridge in a previous episode when we assembled this Byte Delight cartridge. Very good it is too. So what I want to do today is fix it so it doesn't have the suspect upper RAM problem, and I'm going to show you two, maybe three ways of diagnosing upper RAM issues. One is the easy way. Two is the not so difficult way by using BASIC and a bit of a squiz in the service manual, and the third way is poking around it with an oscilloscope. But yeah, just for most applications you can do this in BASIC. Right, so first things first, I'm just going to mod this Spectrum for Composite so you people at home get a lovely picture. Such a quick and simple modification to do, just one 100 mic capacitor, and you get a great composite video display, and you should be seeing a wonderful picture via the frame grabber now. So there we go. Right, this Spectrum clearly has seen action in the past. We've got this horrible bodge going on to the power supply over here, and a transistor that's running uncomfortably warm. But that's not its main issue. I'll just unplug that for a second and I'll just show you the hideousness that's gone on beneath. Somebody was a bit careless in clearly repairing the lower RAM many years ago. There's two chips socketed and there's a mixture and a mismatch and all horribleness going on. But it is working. So yeah, if we plug the Diagnostics cartridge in, and just wait for things to happen. Yeah, that's the other problem with it. Occasionally it doesn't want to start up. And now it's going to misbehave. There we go. And it's frozen. There we go. So that's the Diagnostics running. So we'll just let it run through its tests. And as you can see, it's failing the upper RAM. Now it's testing all manner of different tests here, and then it does something quite remarkable and tells us to check the following ICs. IC20, which is that one there on our upper RAM. So, can we prove that in another way? And the answer is yes, indeed we can. Now just give me one moment to stick the thing back together, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, so at the moment it's performing like a bad 16K Spectrum. and that is okay-ish. But obviously it's a 48K model because it's equipped with upper RAM. So how can we test that RAM? Well, let me just show you this. So this is how Spectrum's memory is allocated. Now, an ordinary 16K machine just has these two memory blocks. We have 0 to 16383, which is 16 kilobytes of ROM, shared with both the 48 and the 48K models. Then we have 16K of RAM from 16384 to 32767. Now that's where Sinclair 16K Spectrum ends. So the 48K Spectrum has 32K above there. Now, this, obviously the cartridge told us that the upper RAM is faulty. We know this machine will run small programs and not big programs, and it boots fine. So we've got a problem in our upper RAM. So do we need a diagnostics cartridge to find that out? Possibly not. So I'm just going to write a little basic program, because basic is working as if it was a 16K machine. Obviously if we put 17K in there, we may run into problems. So if we just 10 for I equals the bottom of our 32K, which is 32768, to the top of our 32K minus the RAM top bytes, which is 65367. Okay, then I just want to poke that memory location with 255. Okay, so I have set my memory location to 255, which is all of our 8 bits set. Okay, so now I need to read that back. So I'm just going to let A equal peak, which reads the memory, I. Interesting. 30, let A equal peak I. There we go. 40. And then we want to act conditionally on that. If A greater or lesser than 255, then we want to print some stuff so we know it's gone wrong. Oops, I can't spell. So we'll do error at. Then we want to read out the memory address where we're faulty. Not that that's very important actually. Don't want a comma, do we want a semicolon? I, semicolon. Then I want a space, and then I want to print A. So I will have a comma A. There we go. So that's saying if A is not 255, then say where it's errored and what was actually returned by the peak. 50 next I. Okay, let's hit run. I would have expected to see errors. Okay, that's all right. Now, occasionally you get a memory location that's stuck high, so it'll be returning 255 anyway. So that can happen. So if we go in here, edit these, A is greater than 0. So now we're writing zeros to all the memory and we're expecting a 0 back. If we get anything more than a 0, it'll throw the error. And there we go. So we expected a 0 and we're getting 32s. And it's constantly on every address. So that means we've got a bit stuck. So 32 in binary. So we have got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, then 32. And obviously this carries on 64, 128. So we have set all these to 0. And this one is returning a 1. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits in. There is our problem, all one of them. So that is what that card is detecting. But there you go, with 2 simple basic programs. In fact, you could make it one, couldn't you? You could write 255, test for that, and then go back and test the zeros afterwards. It's not comprehensive, but it'll show you if you've got a stuck bit. This card is also doing walk tests and all other manner of things. And obviously it's a lot quicker than just running it in basic. Right, let's head over to the schematic and find out how the cartridge knows that was IC20. Right, here's the 3B schematics. This comes from spectrumforeveryone.com. And we can see here, this area here, this is our ordinary lower RAM. And there's 16K there. There isn't 16K there. There's 32K. But possibly some of the ICs on early machines were broken, because Clive bought broken ones so he could keep the price down. So yeah, lower memory is only wired for 16K. Upper memory is over here. You can see optional 32K RAM, so that's our 32K of upper RAM. And we know that our bit 6 is stuck, which is D5 here. D1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. We know when we've written a 0 to the RAM, it's returning a 32 on here. And if we go down, so it's the third one in. 1, 2, 3 from that end. It's IC20. That's exactly what the cartridge told us was at fault. So we've done in basic what the cartridge told us to do in but the cartridge told us to do. Right, so how would we find this with a scope? Well, use your basic program once again to write zeros to this, and then put a scope on here, or even just a multimeter. If one of these is stuck at 5 volts, you know that IC is possibly faulty. Right, let's go and have a look and see if there's actually anything wrong with that IC, or we've got another problem. Unlikely I'd have thought, but I'm sure we've got a problem over here in the power supply, because something ain't right. That's been got at badly. We'll have a look at that. But yeah, IC20 is definitely faulty. Well, possibly definitely faulty. And we'll have a look at it. Right, I now have the unenviable task of trying to get out IC20 without making the mess that somebody did down here. First things first, let's get some nice fresh solder in there. IC20 is that one, I believe. Let me just check. IC20, no it isn't, it's that one there. There you go. I know I will have sped that scene up, but it does take a while. Just take your time getting these things out. This print was rubbish in 1984 and it's not got any better with age. So just take your time to get that out. Looks like I've got this one out of the board with 0 damage. That's great news. Next thing I think I want to do is fit a socket in there. And then the last bit is to simply fit the new chip. I say simply because I'm out of stock. I've just ordered some, so I'll come back to this in a couple of days. Well, a couple of days was a bit of an underestimation. Not a problem with the seller, but the General Post Office took 10 days to deliver my new RAM. So out with the old and in with the new. Appears to be brand new because the legs need a squish. Right, that's in the right way round in our socket. Let's power up without the cartridge in just to start with, and that did boot very quickly. That worries me. Let's pop the cartridge in and see if we've got any further. We're passing the upper RAM tests. Fabulous. Does look like we've got a working system. Bang, we have a working system. That is super good news. So our cartridge pointed at the chip, our basic program pointed at the same chip. So yeah, that's fabulous news. Right, let's pop it back together and see if we can load a 48K game. Excellent. So that appears to be all working beautifully now. Oh no. Anyway, there we go. That's all working fine. So looks like I'm in for an afternoon of playing Manic Miner. But thank you very much for watching. Click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish, and I'll see you soon here on Dozzy's Television Workshop. Cheers now.
Found that old tech tonight. to when we danced, which just had us laughing. Chords connecting you and me. No more distractions, chasing flaws to a trance. It's so nostalgic. Crank up the sound for me, yeah. Feel the beat, take hold of your body, yeah. Crank up the sound for me, yeah. Feel the beat, take hold of your body, yeah. Don't waste it. Let the sins guide us in. Feel it, embrace it. You know where we've been. Once till the neon glow. Every moment electrify. Together we'll just flow. It's retro magic. Crank up the sound for me, yeah. Feel the beat, take hold of your body, yeah. Crank up the sound for me, yeah. Feel the beat, take hold of your body, yeah. From trash we find our gold.